Hey guys, well today I want to take a look at a product and not really review it because I personally haven't even used it. What I want to do is take a look at the multi-functionality of that product. And what it is it's the Pathfinder Haversack. Now anybody who's watched my videos, you know that I like my Hidden Woodsman Haversack. I'm not trading that for anything, okay? I love that Haversack. That's my go-to kit. I like it. This Pathfinder Haversack, it's definitely got a place if that's what you want or whatever, or oilskin. I mean, if that's your, you got kind of two different things. You got oilskin and then you got the Kedora. So, I mean, depending on which category you want to go into is what you might like this oilskin for. It's definitely got its place. It's definitely a great kneeling pad. And we're talking, obviously, uses other than its intended use, okay? Obviously, it's for putting stuff in and putting over your shoulder, One of the uses I want to look for is for using it for a container, but a container for water. So I filled it up, not all the way up, but it's got water in here. Okay, I just filled it up from my sink. And I want to do a boil test in this. The only bummer with it right off the bat is it's leaking right there. I kind of didn't expect that. I kind of thought it was going to be waterproof, but you got all these stitches in here and stuff, so I mean I can see why it's not. And it has it's really slowed down. Well, it's leaking on that side too. No, that's just leftover water. Anyway, it's really slowed down, and if I was concerned with this, what I would do, and my friend told me this in basics class, so if Dave you're watching, I didn't cheat, I just bent the rules. When you're doing your duct tape canteen, if you put a little tiny bit of silt or sand in there, it'll clog these little leaks right up. So that's a little tip for you if you're going to basics class. If I were concerned about this, I could throw a little dust or silt or something in there and it would make it stop leaking. Anyway, we're going to try to boil water in this bad boy. So it would for sure, you could transport water in it. Now let's see if you can purify water in it. Okay, well this haversack has been holding this water for at least an hour. So I mean some of it did leak out, but it's not too bad. Let's see if we can boil in this thing. Now, how wise would it be to necessarily boil in this? I don't know what they make oilskin out of, but pretty easy to tell in the title. It's got oil and it's got skin in it. No, just kidding. It's got oil. What kind of oil? I'm not real sure. I'm sure it's not exactly something you want to be sucking down, but I'm also pretty sure that I'd rather be hydrated than not. That rock was not very hot. That one was. Hopefully that's not burning the bottom of the bag, but whatever. It's a bummer with when your fire goes through the snow, your rocks get in that snow and they don't warm up like they should. I've been burning out here for an hour or more. Well, maybe not an hour, but a long time. Well, I can hear it, the bag's shaking like crazy. See that? She's boiling. Still just roll and boil. Alright, let's dump these rocks out of here and see what happened to my bag. You can see the transfer of, it's really starting to leak now. leaking all over the place. I don't think it was made for that. What I'm thinking now is that rather than sit here and wait for this to cool down, is I would try and maybe put it in this other, the water in this other envelope. Okay, so I've got some water. So now this could be cooling off maybe, you know. I don't know. Either way, I think I'm going to want to get these rocks out of here. Okay guys, well, maybe a little unorthodox way of boiling your water, but there's still a little bit in there. And I took the water out now, and, or I'm sorry, I took the rocks out now, so it's still pretty warm. But you can cool it on the snow like this or whatever. You know, we're talking, who would ever do this, you know what I mean? But it's cool to know that you can. Like I said, the oil, I can kind of feel it's oily on the outside now. It's a little more tacky or sticky or whatever, so I think it's kind of bringing that oil out. What this did to my haversack, I'm not sure. We'll see. Time will tell. But it's kind of cool to know that you can do that. So, alright guys, hope you liked the video. And sorry I'm cockeyed. Take care. Alright guys, well I just thought I brought in my haversack, I cleaned it all up. It's still wet, obviously. I'm just letting it dry. I'm going to remove the camera from the tripod and just kind of go over it real quick. It didn't do anything to my haversack. It didn't hurt it at all. It did bring some of the oils, like I was saying, it's kind of tacky. It did bring, feels like some of the oils to the surface. Now, we'll see what that's like when it dries. I can see it getting a little more dirty just because it's tacky that way. But I mean, you know, like I said, I'll remove the camera, but there's no holes, no major wear. You know, 6 hot rocks in the bottom of that sucker, boiling water. I don't know, worked pretty good. Let her dry up. Okay guys, just a real quick update about what happened with my Pathfinder Haversack after I stone boiled in it. It was like it sweated all the oil. It's like it sweat all the oil to the exterior of the haversack. So the haversack was super sticky. Like you could totally tell that it would be like right after you put mink oil on your boots or whatever. So what I did is I put it in front of the fireplace. Put it right in front of the fireplace, and all that oil absorbed back into the cloth. I'm going to put it in the sink and see if the water will still bead up off of it like it did when it was new. It looks like right there it might be absorbing some of the water, so it's probably not as good as brand new, although I didn't do this test before I stone boiled in it, but it's still, you can see it's still beating up very nicely. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. I mean, it's totally not ruined or anything like that. The oil went right back into the fabric. Let's see if it holds water again. Just as good as last time. It's still leaking out of this corner, but not any faster at all, and actually maybe even slower than at the beginning. Alright, there you go. None the worse for the wear.